Thank you, Chairman Scott and Ranking Member Thompson, and thank you, Secretary Vilsack, for being here today. There are many challenges today impacting our livestock producers, from African swine fever that we talked about to cyber attacks on the agriculture sector, also our line speeds. So we have a lot of work to do. But today, I want to focus my questions on cattle market reform. For months, I've been calling on the Agricultural Committee to hold a hearing to examine anti-competitive behavior in the beef industry. I continue to hear from cattle producers struggling to break even, and I am glad for the opportunity to express these concerns before the committee today. One of the key concerns from the cattle producers in my district is a lack of transparency in pricing. Since coming to Congress, I've advocated for efforts to ensure true price discovery and allow cattle producers sufficient leverage in cash negotiations. Last month, the White House published a statement on the actions the administration is taking to improve competition in cattle markets. One of these items was that the administration will, and I quote, work with Congress to make cattle markets more transparent and fair, and that the administration, as I quote, encouraged to see bipartisan legislation by Senators Tester, Fisher, Grassley, Wyden, and others to seek to improve price discovery in the cattle markets. Secretary Vilsack, we heard from Senator Grassley today about the need to act on legislation now. It is so crucial. This is an area that has bipartisan support. Can I get a commitment from you to help on bipartisan legislation like what Secretary Grassley and Fisher have proposed, in line with the support of the White House that has been expressed?
Congressman, I think there's no question that we need more information. There are just fewer and fewer negotiated sales, which obviously have an impact on alternative marketing arrangements, and there can be potential for manipulation. We're more than happy to provide help and assistance. Just one caution, that we look for the proper balance, that we don't, as we try to provide greater transparency, we don't necessarily sacrifice the benefits of the existing system in terms of efficiency. I think it's not easy to do. This is not easy to do, but it's important to be aware of the need for greater transparency and also maintaining the efficiency of the current system.
Thank you, Secretary Vilsack. I can simply say that there is a significant monopoly going on with 4 packers right now, that we have to get down to the bottom of this, and we have to have transparency to make this all work. And as you know from Iowa, there's a lot of independent producers that are getting forced out of their operations, and we simply cannot wait any longer. While Congress continues to do its part, I appreciate USDA's effort to address these issues. In July, USDA announced $500 million to expand meat and poultry processing capacity. I understand the department is currently reviewing comments from stakeholders. Earlier this week, USDA announced another $100 million to increase processing and strengthen the supply chain. Secretary Vilsack, do you know when we can expect to know the eligibility requirements and application window for these funding?
It is my hope that on the $500 million fund that we have a framework in place before the end of the year and that we start making decisions in the first quarter of 2022.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Do you know when we will have more details about the series of packers and stockyard rulings announced as part of the President's executive order on promoting competition in the American economy?
The goal that I've set in my own mind is for us to get information to OMB potentially by the end of this year on packers and stockyards.
Thank you. Again, all these three are there's so much urgency in this. Our independent producers are truly at stake. I appreciate you coming before the committee today, Secretary, and I'm glad to partner with you in restoring fairness in the cattle market. Thank you, and I yield back.